Today we're going to talk about feeding your 9-month-old. 9-month-old is a watershed for feeding. Previously we told you only feed this, only feed that, don't do this, but at 9 months you can feed anything you want. She can have red meat, she can have eggs, she can have peanut butter, she can have shellfish. We're still always worried about allergies. So the 5 major allergies are peanuts, number 1, all tree nuts, shellfish, which is crabs, shrimps, and lobster, strawberries, chocolate, eggs and milk are also high on the list. The same rule applies. When you give baby a new food, you want to always watch out and make sure that there's not a reaction. One of the limiting factors on what you can feed your baby is, does she have any teeth? Because if she doesn't have any teeth, you have to stay with the soft foods. But if she has even 4 teeth, she can really chew pretty well by herself. This is a very good time to transition the baby to table food. The more everybody in the family eats together and the more you eat the same, the better the baby will eat. So when you're feeding the baby, if you could sit her in a high chair and put little tiny cubes on her tray for her to eat, she'll be much happier and she'll eat much better. The other pivotal thing about the baby at 9 months is the Pinchergrass. Once she has a Pinchergrass, she really wants to feed herself and might get upset if you try to feed her with a spoon. If you still need to feed her with a spoon because she only has 2 teeth, like this 9-month-old, then you can give her a spoon in each hand and you try to get the food in between. Sometimes at 9 months, babies will actually go on strike and not eat. And the reason they're not eating is because they want to feed themselves. So you always want to let her try to feed herself. An easy way to do that is by buying frozen peas and carrots. They are the perfect size for the baby to pick up and eat. One thing you do want to worry about though is choking. Choking is a major hazard in children, and every year about 500 children die from choking. 450 of those children choked on a hot dog. So hot dog is by far the #1 choke food. It can still be fed, but you have to take the skin off and quarter it. Probably better to just avoid it. After the hot dog comes the peanut again, hard candy, popcorn, and grapes. So anything that looks small and circular is probably a choke hazard, so you want to make it as small as possible in a little cube about that size. And that's all the new and fun stuff about feeding your 9-month-old.